After their performance for Postville's elementary, middle, and high school, Dallas Brass took the high school's concert band aside to do a special rehearsal of the song American Tableau, which the students had spent time in class learning prior to the visit.
We're going to see how far we can take this piece. We have no idea how you play, but however you play is fine. We're just going to try to take it up as a few levels. So that's the goal here. So I'm going to work really fast, and we're going to treat you like professionals. You know, it's like you got a rehearsal and a gig, just like that. It's not like school band where you might rehearse something for several weeks or several months and all that. So
Gary Engel, the executive director of the Music Teachers National Association, stated that students are often motivated by the opportunity to play for others, and this showed itself to be true during the rehearsal that Postville High School put on for Dallas Brass. The members of the ensemble took the time to mentor members of the band. But there was still time for fun and an important lesson on achieving maximum potential.
that's the airplane flying over at the end.
Michael Levine discussed how inspiration can lead to motivation.
We want to inspire everybody, kids, adults, whoever we play for. Because if you're inspired, then the inspiration will lead to you being motivated to work harder. And then when you work hard, you reap the benefits and the rewards of that, and that's the celebration.
After the rehearsal, students gave their impression of Dallas Brass.
It was very interesting. I thought that they were going to be really serious guys and everything, but they were definitely not. They were very funny.
Really good advice you heard?
I guess the more you practice, the better you get and the funner it is. I didn't really think that playing an instrument could be that fun.
What was it like having Brian and DJ in your section as professional musicians?
Well, I don't know, we always kind of thought that we're kind of decent and that we're not too bad, but then when you come up next to professionals, you realize how really bad you are.
Did it make you want to play?
Yeah.
Practice more?
It made me want to get better. I mean, just having them playing next to me helped out a lot.
But it didn't discourage you from playing?
No, maybe him a little bit.
It kind of motivated me to get better and to learn more.
Dallas Brass talked about what they've learned from the students.
I think I've learned a lot about being a performer just from kids. I mean, the kids are the most honest audience that you'll ever get. You know, they will let you know if they're bored because they'll be going, you know, like this or looking around or checking their phone or something like that. Yeah, and they'll also let you know if they're having a good time. And so I think we as performers learn a lot from just watching the kids during our performances.
I'd say one of the biggest things is just the surprise that you get sometimes when you might have a kid and there's a program where like a lot of the students aren't playing really well, and then the kid comes up and he starts asking you questions, and you think maybe the guy he's just spouting off things that he's heard before, and then he plays for you and you realize that here's just this gem in the middle of this, you know, rough, and just realizing that, you know, that even in the bleakest music education situations, there's still the kids that are just really shining, that love their craft, and that, you know, they'll do anything just to get better.
So is it worth it to miss out on all the time that could be spent with family or other pursuits to help out with these kids?
Absolutely. I would not be out here if I didn't absolutely believe that it was worth it. I've got a lot that I'm missing at home, and I've got to replace that with something I feel just as strong, if not stronger, about, and that's, you know, music, the power of music. You know?
Not only do I feel it's worth it, but even my wife, you know, sometimes we get these emails from these kids. You know, as much as my wife and my kids miss me, she reads the emails and she says, "Brian, you're doing a great thing out there. You know, keep doing it." You know, and so she's supportive because she knows the difference that we're making, and that's, like some other people have said, it's very satisfying.
I'm realizing how rare it is, actually. Like, I think we've all played with lots of groups who have done work in schools before and who have played student concerts and who have tried to do master classes and clinics, but there's something about the way that this group works that seems to click, and I don't even get what it is, but I love it. It's really cool, and it's different, and it's exciting, and it's fun to deal with.
Aside from fun, Dallas Brass takes their craft seriously, and after a little bit of practice, it was time for the big show. There were some good gags. Sideshow put on by Scott Crosby, a friend of Dallas Brass. Miss Johnson even got in on the act. Nat played his tuba solo. The music was so good, it seemed like two bands were on stage at times. And Jeff brought the house down with a drum solo that showed you can have fun and work hard at the same time. But the key performance of the night was the combined Dallas Brass and Postville High School Band, which showed what inspiration and motivation can produce. Excellence. To end the show, there was a final number from Dallas Brass. Then, as Brian predicted, there was also a very enthusiastic crowd, and our friends from earlier. Many people raved about the performance.
Unbelievable. It was the best thing I've ever seen, really. It really was.
Very excited. They're very good. I'm going to pass the word for everybody to come.
You want to go home and play some music?
You're darn right I got the album.
These girls became so excited that they almost missed the bus back to Postville from Elkader. All in all, young and old were able to see the benefits of this project. Michael discussed what he hoped kids would get out of this experience.
And we all could give you a list of concerts, and we hope that our concert will be on these kids' list, you know, when they're 50 or 60 or their whole life, you know, that they'll remember that when they were in high school or middle school that they saw this group called the Dallas Brass, and that it really made a lasting impression.
So as fine art programs are constantly threatened nationwide by decreased funding, Dallas Brass will go on and hope to leave the spark that keeps the fire burning and the music alive. That pretty much wraps up our show for this evening. Hopefully you'll tune in right here on MCG Channel 12 next week for another installment in our Oskaloosa Today series. From everyone here at the Communication Research Institute of William Penn University, thank you for watching, and good night.